I am Joseph Godla, Chief Conservator at the Frick Collection. I would like to introduce you to the current exhibition, Precision and Splendor, Clocks and Watches at the Frick Collection, curated by Charlotte Vignon, Associate Curator of Decorative Arts. The exhibition will be on view until February 2nd, 2014. This small carriage clock was made in 1811 by the renowned clockmaker Abraham Louis Breguet and his son Antoine Louis Breguet, who, at the end of the 18th century and beginning of the 19th century, created highly accurate movements set in sober, elegant cases. Their signature appears in capital letters on the dial of the clock. Named for their portability, carriage clocks were equipped with an outer case that would be secured inside a vehicle. The case for this clock is made of wood covered with red Moroccan leather with brass, originally gilt, fittings. The clock itself provides all the time-related information that a wealthy traveler might need during a long journey. Standing at less than 5 inches tall, case included, this piece is perfectly fitted for its purpose. For easy carrying, the clock has a handle on top decorated with 2 lions' heads and a sleeve with a tassel. A fashionable object, the clock reflects the Empire style, developed in the first 15 years of the 19th century. As such, all the ornaments are inspired by classical architecture. Fluted pilasters decorate each angle of the clock, while the corners, bottom and top, are adorned with a palmette, a motif typical of the Empire style. Another popular motif at the time were stylized flowers and leaves, which run here along the plinths and friezes on each side of the clock. Finally, the clock is supported by 4 engine-turned bund feet, often seen in Breguet's carriage clocks. The silver dial is divided with dots for minutes, with every 5th one in bold. The hours are marked in Roman numerals from 1 to 12. The inner ring, marked in Arabic numerals from 1 to 12 in a counterclockwise direction, is for the alarm. The 2 blued steel hands indicate the hours and minutes, while the gold hand is used for the alarm. When it is too dark to see the dial, the button at the top of the case can be pushed down to make the clock strike the time of the last quarter hour. A perpetual lunar calendar is located inside the chapter ring. It shows the age and phase of the moon, with a gold moon and stars on a blue steel disc to represent the night sky. Below the dial, a simple calendar shows in French the day, month, and year. Just below is engraved the serial number of the clock, number 2678. The front of the clock also features 3 winding arbors, one to wind the clock, which has a 38-hour duration. A second, entitled aiguille, for hands, is used to set the time, and the third, entitled réveil, for alarm clock, initiates the alarm. The alarm is set for the number of hours to sleep rather than the time of rising. For example, if the time was 9 p.m. and the owner wished to be woken at 7 a.m., 10 hours later, the alarm hand would be set to 10 on this dial. The key is hidden in a recess on the top of the leather case. The back of the clock shows the movement behind a protective glass. Notice the large bell. Behind is the mainspring. Above is the balance spring. According to Winthrop Kellogg Eady, who bequeathed his collection of clocks, including this piece, to the Frick Collection in 1999, Abraham Louis Breguet was, quote, a phenomenon without parallel. He was a genius of his age, perhaps the most outstanding horologist of all time. Among Breguet's many inventions was the carriage clock. He designed and made the first example in 1798, 13 years before he made this one. Breguet's combination of technical skill, refined design, and exquisite craftsmanship gave him an unrivaled reputation. His patrons included Louis XVI, Napoleon, and most of the civil and political leaders of his day. This carriage clock was purchased on November 11, 1813, by General Henry William Paget, Earl of Uxbridge, who had a distinguished career in the British cavalry, leading in 1815 the great charge against the army of Napoleon at the Battle of Waterloo. Ironically, although they were enemies at war, British and French commanders all wore Breguet timepieces. We welcome you to visit the exhibition Precision and Splendor, Clocks and Watches at the Frick Collection in the Portico Gallery through February 2, 2014. Major funding for the exhibition is provided by Breguet. Additional support is generously provided by the Sells Foundation, Peter and Gail Goltra, and the David Berg Foundation. For more information, please visit our website, frick.org.